So, as is the tradition and has been for I don't know how many years, we finish these proceedings with the wit and wisdom, the poetry of the inimitable, that's easy for me to say, the venerable Dick Bradford.
To the class of 2015. Shall I compare you all to a summer's day so keen? Match up that ideal to you, the assembled class of 2015? This may take some doing, and one indeed might ask if I'm the one best suited to that Herculean task. A valid question, for no matter how you spin it, Cal could do this in the tidy space of a New York minute. But he said, Dick, it's distinctly your job, in your battered rhyme, to capture that unruly mob. Argument aside, let me be perfectly clear, it should be me who is speaking here. I watched you all begin to grow and change and note whether this is good, bad, or just strange. So let's get to it, have some fun and rhyme while I extol your personalities one last time. Sweet smile, blue eyes, red-haired, do not mess a lot on and off the soccer field with Sternberg Tessa. He has the voice and bearing of a feudal baron, with a sound moral compass, this Wyman Aaron. For most of us at school, ice hockey, who cares? Unless you've been seen a game starring Alex Ayres. To the senior treading hard on our welcome mats, unicycling, singing, class not attending, Samuel Katz. Different from one on the spectrum, from graceful to sass, good spirit, sharp wit, sunny smile of Samuel Cass. When you watch him, like a spring about to be sprung, fashion glasses, AWE Logi, irrepressible wow, first name John. Singing sports, academics, and bodies, Athenian, this is wrapped up in the one package of Brendan Sugg. He's come a long way through the undercover gang, this year smiling above board, Thomas Chang. In Russian verse, there seems to be no terza rima, which is okay. We have Daguerreotyp terseness from Dima. Controlling town meeting as co-president Ryan Donovan seems to shoot his three-pointers with wild abandon. Hard to imagine concerts without the blessed violin, virtuoso performance of Wesley Dennison. Softball, basketball, a choice truly Hobson. You gave us that and much more, Mackenzie Dobson. I have to admit there is a rarely seen rubber man gestalt in the dives and bounces off hardwood by Dylan DeWalt. Wherever she goes, she'll be a leader and lacrosse starter. We'll miss your smile and commitment, Haley Carter. Gabby Rigby, scholar, sailor, student, friend. What was all the commotion in the back seat of that Santa Cruz van? And here's to another who is beyond what is seen. Running, master planning, and much more, Lainey Anamini. Best smile this year goes to the multi-talented Lauren Glenn. Music, robotics are only two worlds she's featured in. Let's time trip a few years. Math as we know it is now beyond current boundaries, known due to the transformative proofs of Naomi On. Just as surely, with the antics of Blake Danielson, will disrupt the field of late-night television. And the delivery service of planet-wide coptering will be a small part of the empire of Dr. Blair Hagen. And in that not distant future, our own Jaron Coe will play in the Masters, while his art sells in the League of Picasso. While order will be restored to our government's halls, across the aisle agreement moderated by House Speaker Ryan Ball. Though as for that, the Senate leader in a different quorum building consensus will be the Santo Domingo named Lauren. The New York Times, controlled by Sarah Newsham, will have the editorial truth, so biting it is toothsome. Her crack reporter will be Mackenzie Shore, words wit-snapping in the clarity of her wits were. Our poet laureate will be Atia Ziad, who's just one pillar of an artistic dyad. The other movie mogul with talents myriad is the new Spike Lee, indeed, Jalen's he had. And when Broadway next flourishes, there is no doubt in my mind that behind the hit shows will be touted in. The star in the lights of those musicals, holy moly, is the bundled dynamo Akademi named Oli. Finally, in his first novel, we'll all be Carrions Orwellian with subplots and schemes that are trademark Jack Brevellian. You were almost silent 4 years ago, Jerry Lynn. Hard to imagine now. But still, you're not quite a din. Here's to the dancing mind of Young So Choi with hip-hopping, breast-stopping, jaw-dropping joy. Still waters run deep, Alana Brown. Bach Fook Do, who knew? And a Sox fan deep down. For that laugh ready to burst, and the wondrous broths, I'm told, comes the moniker today of bubbling Ben Griswold. You connected Shakespeare characters to gear ratios. No one to my knowledge has done that before, Marlena Gross. Best shy smiled, head duck, and glances sidelong. This year goes to the quiet grace of Rembrandt Wong. We'll miss him, and I wonder how many more inches will be added to the sprouting of Bobby Gilmore. I know in the future Chief Ong will be a wonderful MD, though in her time here she blew up microwaves repeatedly. From Kazakhstan, where the forests and ice are thick, David Cowie's tricks with blade and stick are slick. I don't know where it goes, Chartadanian Yoon. You're a food inhaler extraordinaire, knife, fork, and spoon. And I don't think yet I've got my quota of the impish wit and grin of Eric Oda. Courage, grace, with acrobatic corazon, we marvel at the skill of Morella Torreson. Iron and steel tempered by warmth and pith, you've taught us much, now show the world, Aeneas Smith. If you were to pick a top league of legends now, how many of us would say, why, of course, that's Ryan Sau. Recognized conference-wide by the prize of King Constantine will miss the smile and tireless efforts of Danielle Deschênes. Though close behind her with service hours to enthrall comes the sparkling efforts of one Emma Hall. Alex Eckerman, the double-A threat, acing athletics and academics. Hey, no sweat. Let's see. A caveman, a scholar, raconteur, school owner, or cleric. You may be all of these in your lifetime, Michael Sherrick. You have the heart of a poet, but by the God that made you, you show the big, patient bearing of a stoic, Gabrielle Saavedra. We'll miss the smile that shines like crystal quartz. Wishing her head was that hard last year was Emma Schwartz. Joining her on the battling concussion ball field and coming out better than ever was Matthew Caulfield. If he put his mind to it, he could swim the whole Irrawaddy, solving equations between breaths. Yup, that's Zach Otati. He does many things well, moral compass attuned to Polaris, and speaking, of course, of the talents of our own Nick Morales. Here's to Natasha Momodal, and a tip of the hat, keep making art and films, it's where your dreams are at. And we know the dreams and drive of Ali Hurt will lead her through, above, and beyond the horse rings dirt. And who knows if Zito, like the A's, will call him back after they've seen the stuff with Sam Hollenbeck. Hard to believe that tomorrow's the day we'll say farewell to the intrepid smile of Beiyei. Her talents skyrocket on the walls like bazookas. Yes, that's you, Ali Yakamoto, named Ryuka. While we know your brother's shadow was long and strong, this year it's great to see you cast your own Shannon Dong. Intellectual and actual acrobatics, nothing short of stunning. We'll miss your wit and engagement, Emily Dunning. Here's to the gentle giants of the world, old, new, and neo. Our Athenian award in this category to Tiani Liu or Leo. In and out of class, entrepreneurial driven, taking on the wider world is Annalise Stevenson. She's left a smiling sister, but we will still bemoan losing the sparkling eyes of the older Baptiste Simone. Her gentle, quiet approach spiced with wit like ginseng, all who know you will miss you and your friendship, Lynn Sen. Hayden Craig, you trod boards histrionic while singing the blues. plus living the sporting life. There aren't too many of yous. I hear Emma Brown is as smart as a whip, lived all over the world, and is just naturally hip. With all the talent she has, I find myself stammering to describe artistic, creative, empathic Emily Hammerin. What is it like to be human, Kalia? Let's see. Brilliant, engaged, going places. Let's start with those three. There's more to our lives than we sometimes see. Keep moving closer and closer to the light, Jaden Lee. The tech crew will miss its head carpenter, Dahe Kim, who would bring Mark M's visions alive for him. You take bravely what life gives you, Catherine Jarabek. Keep on keeping on, and if folks don't like it, they can go to heck. Never to have lived his best, the ancient writers say. You've shown just the opposite is true, Antonella Fillet. You see your chance, you drive the lane, get up when you get decked. There's grace and grit in all you do, Abigail Kardec. Size belies your mind, your body strengths, Marissa Chang, and you can run circles around us again and again. Because of his nickname, I'd like to rhyme it with slow-mo, except he's got quick feet, quick smile, Joe Bowen or Bobo. In public debate against the force of Nicole Thrower, we hope for a smile and cower at the glower. Alex Sherwood, steady oak in the thicket of life's forest, you are solace and friend. You are solace and strength, as your friends will all chorus. With its view how the game should be played, it is my belief a new day will be dawn, and Michael Rodriguez will be the one to fix FIFA. When we look back on the year to see what we saw, we'll remember the artwork and passing blur of Carly Shaw. For social justice and howler voices, there'll be some tattering in our life's fabric and patterns as we lose Sandy Pattison. As the fire of this year fades to ashes and soot, we'll hear the echoing notes of Cindy Tang's flute. Okay, that's it. But before I am through, I have a few more words to share with you. These poems I've read to you throughout the year touched on many themes, but let me be clear. Though this one is acknowledging you with some fun, you leave us tomorrow, and there's work to be done. I thought my generation would have problems resolved. Ironically, under our care, they seem to have evolved. At this time, looking forward to a future less than great, it is you we are all counting on to set our course straight. With your imagination, compassion, ideas, and the love that catches you winking at the shared starlight above. This rhyme is now burned down to the quick with hope, trust, and love from your Uncle Dick. Good luck 2015.